waiting for. Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams.
Hey yo, my new thing is I don't want you round if you useless. I make a living rhyming, same job as Dr. Seuss's. People only give to get back, that's recoupment. Always have their two hands out, like they. My new thing is you ain't even gotta be my new chick. You can just pull up and hang out and be a new friend. Or I can show you how to train the dragon like. And either way, it ain't gotta be love. What is this?
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
More and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams.
Yeah. So every morning after snoring, yes, I yearn for you.
The first open back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. But straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the New Orleans Saints. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he snapped immediately there. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. So this game of ours, Charles, again, the talk of the NFL world all week. Two unbeaten teams, and you rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but two teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these two are on a collision course. It'll be interesting to see if they actually get there. And
his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
The Saints take over first.
Brad, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Now Stroud. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing now is Stroud. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Now why they're getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Stroud to throw it. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a made complete. Touchdown. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
The score is Saints 7, Lions 7.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 7 yards there on first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, it's May. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And this time he's able to take it down to 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's good for the Lions. First down. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Detroit.
Throwing here is May. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Dexter Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll try and throw for it with May. Stiff-armed him. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, May. Now he's going to step up and run. And he can't find the receiver, and he's brought down. Ryan Bootsy fought in and got him down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Gibbs straight ahead. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division going on and making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Stroud. He'll dump this off to Cook. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Here's Stroud. And it is caught. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks.
That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 and the 45 and enemy territory. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. First down, here's the run with Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Lions' 45-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2nd down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Cook up the gut. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. James Cook. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. tee, and the Saints kick team moves it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top two seeds in the NFC. I think they're the two best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top two teams in the NFC.
They'll throw with May. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. They'll send the tight end in motion. To the air, May. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is, there he goes, right side. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a safe touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
The last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title.
And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets caught free.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Saints first down.
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he is in for a score. Touchdown, New Orleans. James Cook with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Saints are able to widen their lead in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's May. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second and 11 now.
At the 46-yard line.
To throw, it's May. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And this is going to be another first down. This attack is made at the Saints' 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Back to throw again. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. I had a man open, but missed him, and it's incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chance of yards on first and second down.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with career touchdown number 145, tying it with Marcus Allen for 6th on the all-time list. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit.
Lions 7.
Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Touchdown, New Orleans! James Cook on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, I looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Second and 9 now. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They push it back 8 yards that time on second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Looking to throw. May looking to run. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 18. Shreds him with a stiff arm. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now he'll tuck this and run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guy couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. James Cook on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after try forthcoming. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Saints 42, Lions 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
They go play action now. May. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Short pass tip, but caught anyway. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Stroud sets up the play action. There's Chris Olave. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Second and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now Stroud. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line.
And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook. 159 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Brings up second and
here's Cook again. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. James Cook, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Saints have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Lions 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Lions first down.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They'll set up a throw. He sets to fire deep. And in for the Lions touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Lions are able to claw one back. Extra point splits the uprights. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Saints first down.
Stroud to throw it. Going to be taken in here by McCool. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down.
Stroud looking to change the play. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
I got to think at this point, third quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even starting to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. McKinnon here, it's complete. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Point after, right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still well in control of this ball game, despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And now they'll shift things around. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. There he goes, right side. He may go. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. James Cook, 68 yards. And the Saints are pouring it on. And that now 6 rushing touchdowns for him. And that ties him with Alvin Kamara, who on Christmas Day of 2020 also went for 6 touchdowns. And this is quickly turning into one of the great individual performances in NFL history. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
126 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
At the 49-yard line.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing here is May. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there on the line, first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking of all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here on this drive. Got a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Looking to throw, May. Short throw, caught by Bowers. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
A gain of 10 yards.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another Detroit Lions. First down. 1st and goal. Detroit.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Back to throw here. May looking to run. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll try to pick it up. Oh, Cardinals in there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Intercepted. The Saints
getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is into the end zone, touchdown New Orleans. Albert Okwuegbunam with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. An extra point attempt here still to come. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
66, Lions 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On the left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gets him a first down. Williams, the man in motion left. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Javon Holland. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for him here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
Here's Stroud. Open man is tipped in. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Saints first down.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last, and make it a successful one in some small way.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37.
That's good. 4 on Lions.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it in the 2nd down.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 162 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, what was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's May. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And that is incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
4th down, here's May. He'll try to do it himself. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
At the 24-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Well, they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. They finally caught up to him there at the end of the play, but great inside handoff, and what a powerful run.
The first few yards seemed relatively easy. Then it got tougher, right? And that's where he showed that he was not going to go down easily. He was not going to be denied until he got everything he could out of that run.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
Upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to second and 4.
If you're the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
May looking to run. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On third down, here's Gibbs. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
4 yards. First down, Lions.
To throw, it's May. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
2 yards.
A good pickup there at 22.
Lions, first down. A gain of 22 yards. And the Lions, first down.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Second and 7. From the shotgun, it's May. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. May looking to run. And the pressure gets to him again. Will Anderson. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll try and throw for it with May. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And it pushes way up to about the 44 here. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. But if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for New Orleans, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's their very first clunker of the year as they'll fall to 12-1.